What's going on, everybody? MVP Collectables back here again today with a incredibly awesome review for all of you guys. This is going to be the 1/4 scale Brainiac statue by Prime One Studios from their Injustice 2 line. And as you guys can see, he is quite big. This is basically how he comes in. This is basically exactly how it comes. So I did get the exclusive, so I do have the swap out head. I will be showing him a little bit later on. But I will first start just with a quick 360 view for you guys. Here's a good side view. I will say this might be my favorite statue. I have over 20 statues. Guys, check out the reviews and unboxings for them on my channel. I have almost all of them on there, so definitely go and check that out. But we are here to talk about this incredibly amazing Brainiac, and I can easily tell you this is the best painted statue I have ever seen. Not that I've ever seen in person in my life. I was at San Diego Comic-Con 2018, and this guy just blows everything I've ever seen out of the water. In terms of paint, in terms of detail. Will he be the best statue I ever own? We're going to have to wait and see. The only statue that could outdo him will, of course, be the 1/3 scale Lobo. I am supposed to be getting that, hopefully, some point in the near future. But the coloring on him, the purple, the blues, everything is just insane. From where you are right now, you can tell that there's no blue, right? And the light that's shining down, you can barely even tell there's purple. Trust me, guys, this thing is insane. There is not anything gray on this statue that doesn't have blue surrounding it. Or, I mean, there is a little bit on the base back here, but still, the touches of light blue, the touches of colors is just insane. Now, that does not mean that this statue is perfect. There's never going to be a perfect statue. This statue has several. I have found several issues with them. None of them are big, but there are several issues, including a very small QC issue that I did find on mine after I recorded my unboxing. So also, go check out my unboxing. It's currently up on my channel as well. Just to let you guys know, I edited that thing down from 1 hour and 40 minutes to 29. So if that tells you how long it took me to put them together, it took me a long time. The issues are, my biggest issue with him is the material they used to make these tendrils. They are quite plasticky. They are quite rubbery. They also do not bend. So anyone that is getting this thing has him coming in, be warned, they do not bend. What's going on, guys? As you guys can tell, it's definitely clearly a different day. As I had mentioned earlier in my review that these tentacles do not move or bend, I was drastically mistaken. So I got several other people got it in hand. They showed pictures of the tentacles moving or bending. I asked them, and they said yes, they're very stiff, but you just gotta bend them, and they will eventually bend. So that's my big mistake for the review, guys. They actually do bend, and that takes one of my big negatives of this Brainiac statue away, and it makes him just that much cooler because, as you guys can see, you can do whatever the hell you want. Again, I'm not gonna be bending them. I mean, I really like it like this, but just note that you can do however. I mean, now he's like gonna be like 40 plus inches because I moved that all the way up. I mean, you can just talk about height. I mean, it is really crazy how high and just how much things you can do. I mean, you got the bottom one here is higher than the middle one. One of the big things that I wanted to do is kind of have two of them, kind of the two middle ones, going where he's pointing. It's not perfect, as you guys can see, the head's here and he's pointing slightly more left, but again, it is a lot better than it was, and it makes it so it can go out more. So as you guys can see, before when it was like in way down and in here, now it's a lot more out. So I do really apologize for not seeing that before, for not doing better in my earlier review. He is incredibly impressive, guys. Again, I have him displayed right now with the exclusive head, just because I'm feeling that head right now. I've got all of his other heads to his tentacles over here on this tray, along with the other head. And I normally keep it covered with this black cloth, which actually, that cloth came with my Dark Side New 52. So, overall, guys, incredibly awesome. Incredibly just amazing. Jesus Christ. Okay, so he can get about 43.5 inches tall, or at least that's how tall he is right here. Again, to his head, it's about 30. You also can get the statue to go wider by moving these out. I'm not going to do that just because I love the way that those are positioned right now, and I don't want to mess that up. I will just move that one back down. That one's pretty easy to do. But for all these other ones, I'm not going to be doing that because I really love the way that he's looking. But guys, I just wanted to jump in here to let you guys know that they are bendable, they are movable. Play with them, move them around, do all that kind of stuff. And yeah, guys, now back to the rest of the review. Peace. He does have one spot on him that is very bland, that there's nothing going on, and strangely enough, it's actually going to be his butt. I will definitely show it to you in the close-ups. We will be doing some severe close-ups with this guy to let you guys try to see the paint as best you can. However, I will say there is no way that this unboxing will give you all of his detail. That is going to be almost impossible to do. The level of paint, the level of coloring, the level of detail, you have to see for yourself in person. I'm just going to move this just so he's not in my face. Just absolutely insane. The skin tone, his portraits, awesome. I definitely like his regular portrait more, which is what this is. He does, of course, also come with the other portrait in the exclusive. I do have number 15 out of 150 for the exclusive. The collector's edition, or the regular edition, I guess collectors is what Sideshow calls them. He's going to be he was going to be $50 cheaper. He's going to have an ES edition size of 200. So very, very low. Only 350 of these statues are going to be made. Very, very low edition size. And I wouldn't be surprised if this guy goes, he's still available, but in 2 years, I'm feeling I could sell this guy for a fair amount of profit. He is that good. Sorry, back to the other issues. Another issue that I have is that you guys can see how one foot's on the base, the other foot is slanted up. The foot that's slanted up, the bottom of his foot is just a flat brown color. There is going to be some sculpting in there, some kind of lines and some kind of fading and stuff. However, I did find that that's kind of lackluster or lacking something, and that's actually quite apparent when you compare it to the Batman New 52 statue where they actually added mud to the bottom of his foot to the bottom of his feet. So, I mean, again, guys, these are the only negatives that I'm finding. Like, that's a very small negative. I'm basically never even going to be looking at the bottom of that foot, you know? I'm just telling you guys what I have found. And of course, I'm going to start with the negatives, positives are next. How did I move or did it move? Like, okay. The other negative is going to be, I mean, this is kind of a negative, kind of not. Some of these things kind of stick and don't go in as well as they maybe should. It only happens, I think, on 2 of them. It's this one mostly, his left middle. By the way, guys, I'm going to refer to these as bottom left, bottom right, middle left, middle right, upper, and so you guys know exactly which tendril I'm talking about. Now, that's basically it for the negatives besides my very small QC issue, which is going to be on the bottom of his left knee. This one right here. There's just a very small fleck. I don't know if it's like an abscess paint thing, but a very small white little fleck of paint or something. I tried to pick it off. I couldn't. I'm not going to, take a knife to it or something. You might be able to do that. Then again, it's not the end of the world. And like from this distance, I wouldn't be able to tell unless I could really, really see it and just know it's there. If you don't know it's there and you're from like this far away from him, you're not able to even tell. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the positives. Guys, the paint on this guy is insane. Something that I've always been excited for about this piece is the fact that Prime 1 Studios and their paint is incredible. And something that has bugged me is the fact that Prime 1 Studios makes so many goddamn Batman statues, but he's not a guy that paint would really matter because there's no really paint. He's black, gray, and so that really but for him, and he's just colorful, but yet a reserved color. He's light purple. Has light blue to him. He's got pink to him. He's got a lot of gray, a lot of some green. I mean, the green's mostly his face and his hands, and his skin pigmentation, his skin tone is just second to none. The way Prime 1 Studios does skin tone is just absolutely insanely good. Best portrait I own? I don't know if I'm going to say that. Still the best portrait I own is going to be literally my 1/6 scale Deadshot Will Smith. That's going to be the best one I've ever seen. However, he definitely competes with the Prime 1 New 52 Cyborg, which as of till now was my second favorite. So it really just depends. But he is just, I mean, I could literally be talking here for you guys for 3 hours about all the details about this piece. I'm sorry, I just remembered another negative. It might just be me, but it feels like whoever did the color coding on him to put things in places was drunk. Some of the colors, I don't even think they were the right colors. And they used like 2 greens. At least for me, I had 2, like, what? For all the colors, they used 2 of the same color, whatever. But that was annoying. Like in my unboxing, if you guys have watched it, you guys could probably tell, putting these little spike things on, these things, in the video probably took me 3 minutes. In real life, it took me 25. So it's just like that, and then these things were color coordinated, but they still, I'm like 90% sure they are the correct ones where they go, but you can't really know for sure. They are all color coordinated. It might just be me. I just had to bring that up as another negative. But guys, again, to the paint and the level of detail. Again, the paint and detail are amazing. But you also can't forget about the sculpt. The sculpt on this piece is insanely good too. Like the level of detail on his back, on his front, you know, on the damn base. And that's also not to get away from the fact that he lights up. And that brings me, I'm sorry, I keep bringing up negatives, I know, to another negative that I completely forgot about, is actually going to have to do with the light up. The light up is awesome. However, the way that they like covered it up, they have these sheets of like plasticky material. For me, I would have actually, I don't know if I would have preferred a no light up, but to me that makes it look a little bit cheaper than it needs to be. I will show you guys. It's probably going to be worse in person, but I do like the light up. I'm gonna probably rarely display him with the light up, but another positive, and this is an awesome positive, he takes AA batteries for the light up. So that means as long as you have AA batteries, it will work and it will be great. Now, some people might say that's a negative because you have to buy AA batteries. He did not come with batteries either, so to let you know, you will need 2 AA batteries to make him work, the light up happen. Luckily, I have like an insane amount of AA batteries at my house right now, so that's good. I don't even know where to start with the positives. I mean, paint, skin, texture, the base is insane. This is like this might be the coolest base Prime 1's ever done. Like, it's just so cool. Another negative, because I'm just gonna have to add it to the negatives, is gonna be the amount of space he does take up. The depth, just the base, is going to be 18 inches deep. With the tendrils, it's going to be 36 inches deep. If you want to go from the tip of this one all the way to the back of his base, it's going to be 36 inches deep. Since we're doing that, width of the base, 17 inches. The height is going to be 30 inches to the top of his head. Now, speaking on that, this tendril, which is the tallest, as of what it is right here, it's going to be 36. But as you guys just saw, I was able to rotate it down. Now, as you guys can see over here, he comes with 24 different swap outs for these heads of the tendrils. I decided to, for the beginning of this review, to have them all be the same one. And they all. I will go up and show you guys them close, but there's this one, which is going to be the wide, 3 prongs. You then have another one that's going to be the same thing, just in more, so it's going to be more like this. Then you have a closed one, and one that has like 3 weird kind of the biggest ones you can have. Those are my overall thoughts on this piece, guys. He's absolutely insanely detailed, big, tall, incredibly imposing piece. I'm really excited to add him to my collection. I'm a little bit disappointed that, for example, I'm not getting the rest of the line. I didn't get the Superman. I'm not planning on getting the Wonder Woman whenever she goes up for pre-order. I have the entire New 52 line, so I do have a Wonder Woman, I do have a Superman, I have a Cyborg, Flash, Batman. I do have all of those New 52 pieces, so I will probably at some point take pictures of him standing against Superman and Wonder Woman and things like that. I am disappointed by that Wonder Woman, but it's mostly just her portraits. So now what I think I'm going to do is show you guys close up. We're going to start here at just this part of the base, and as you guys can just tell, it's just very well detailed, Very well done. The eyes, just look at all the different colors in there. It's just really staggering. And that, you see how that plasticky look right there? And I'm sorry guys, the tripod my camera's on is super loose and it's being a big pain in the butt right now, but and I'm realizing now you guys can't see any of this coloring that I have in here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So you guys can see the purple there, the purple that causes, and then it goes up, it continues to go up and over. And I'll definitely try to point out the blue whenever I see it. And just look at the sculpt in there. These little guys that hang down. And then those are going to be the rockets, because this thing actually like moves. It's like a machine kind of. Oh, don't worry, I'll definitely show you guys the top of the base. I'm just getting you guys to see the bottom here. There's just a lot of shadow where I am right here. So super cool. Let's see if I can actually, yeah, okay. And look at that. You know, you have those little things right there, which I actually didn't notice until like hours after my unboxing video that those things were even there. Just super cool. Look at all the texture, the detail. Truly second to none. Just look at the purple. It's just so cool. Just so cool. It's gonna be the tendril that goes down. And then, ooh, I just got whacked in the face with one. So, let's look at that. And then let's go in here. Oh, that's, you guys aren't gonna be able to tell that at all. Let's see if I can't light it up. Just, there we go. Okay, so, but just look at the detail, the purple, and then that's my biggest issue with the light up is the plasticky kind of look to it. Is it really bad? No. But is it there? Yes. Okay. Okay, now I'll show you guys the top of the base, and hopefully you guys are gonna be able to see the blues. I'm afraid you won't, because they're very... Okay, so that piece right there actually has a blue tint to it. You guys can kind of see it there. So you guys can kind of see how there's a little bit of blue there on the right hand side of that. Right? Going down, going down. This is actually going to be the button for the light up. So that actually gets pressed. Pretty cool. So I hear my camera. That's as far as my camera's gonna go. But I mean, there's blue there. I mean, you guys can see that. There's definitely more in real life, but I'm just seeing if there's a better angle I can get you guys. Actually wondering if I thought turning the lights on would make it better, and I actually. But okay, so you guys can see the blue right over there on that one, right? I don't know why that happened, but right there, you guys can see that. Yep. So just imagine that, but almost on every single one of these, and that's what you're dealing with. Okay, now I will show you guys the bottom of his foot. One of my issues. Now it won't show up the texture that much, and it looks like it's black. It's actually gonna be a dark brown here. It's just it looks black because it's pretty dark and it can't really pick that out. But you guys can see, just look at the color. Just look at that. It's just so cool. And the flecks of pink that are right there is just super cool. And then you can see the top of his foot there. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually gonna be blue. So it looks like white to you, and I'm super mad that this cam was not picking that up. But I mean, there's purple there in that weird looking line that's going strangely like that. There's purple, there's blue. I'm back, and I don't really know if that made it that much better, but we're gonna have to roll on. Just know it's a lot better in person. That's all I can say. The tails here, that's the furthest back it goes, and that's what I measure to. It's actually kind of funny because the one on the left, it actually looks broken. You guys, I don't know if that's supposed to be that way, but you guys can see how this one is actually longer. So that's actually kind of cool. I mean, I guess I had noticed that before, but not really, not in that much detail. And that's just going to be super dark down there. I apologize for that. So yeah, that's basically going to be the base. So there's just these kind of markings here, like this little thing. Oh, I'm realizing you guys can't see that. Like this little thing right there, and then it just goes up. But as you guys can see, it does look pretty plasticky. I'm hoping you guys can see the blue. But he has blue all over, like there's blue there. There's blue up above. You guys really can't even see that, and it's really bugging me. But it's something that the camera really just cannot pick up. There you go. You guys can tell that there's some different colors there, I guess, with that one. But just look at that. Just look at the beautiful coloring right there. Great shading. Great textures. And then there's gonna be his butt basically, and you guys can see it's just this matte black kind of. It is smooth, but that's basically just what it's gonna be. Moving on up, I'm actually gonna rest my arm on his base. The detail, I'll see if so his light purple armor pieces are all gonna be those small little colors or circles. You guys can see that there. Really cool, really neat. So I'm just gonna have to move the camera through that. Okay, just look at the detail. And then I like that there's a circle over here, but over here there's not. It's kind of like, shouldn't there be one? You know, there should be one, but there isn't. And then the pink. Look at the pink there, not there. Start with the bottom. Start with his feet. Move on, and I will show you guys the QC issue. You guys can see that right there, that little white fleck of paint. So, okay, now his knees definitely have a blue tinge to them. You guys can kind of see that there. It is better in person, but I'm pretty sure you guys can see that blue coloring there. Moving on up, I should have actually done this without the tendrils attached, but the side, the nice matte kind of finish there. That isn't as smooth as it looks, but still pretty cool. It's just so cool. So I'm just navigating the tendrils. Now this part of his chest, or his stomach is what I guess you'd call it, is super detailed and super well done. I mean, just look at that. It's just the pink, the blue. I mean, that's blue. Oh, sorry. That's going to be bluish to it. Just simply unbelievably cool. And then you go up and it goes back to that ormery texture. And then you have this thing right there, which I don't even know what the heck that is. But you just have all this detail, that thing. Don't worry, I will show you guys the portrait. I will, though, show you guys that up close as well. So one of my slight issues is that big thing right there. I don't know exactly why that's there. It still is pretty cool, but the hand, and I think I will actually show you guys the arms separate as well, just because I can take the arms out, but still, and I guess I can share with you guys the portrait. Super cool, the detail, his neck armoring and neck detail is sweet. Here's the other arm. Super cool. His fingernails are actually, waiting for it to focus. I don't know if it will. I don't think it will. But his fingernails are actually quite short. Okay. So this is one of his arms. Right here. And as you guys can see, it is just look at the inside of that hand even, you know? I mean, it's just so cool. And there you guys go. So it just depends on how the light, I guess, catches the blue. Because right there, it really did catch the blue quite well. And for some reason, I can't get back to it. But just look at the detail. Just look at that guy. I mean, there's literally right here on his armor, on his like biggest piece of his armor, there's blue to it. There's blue there. There's blue. And I'll show you guys the most blue if it'll pick it up. There's another pink thing, you know? So his shoulder pad has the most blue. And you guys can see it right there. You guys can tell that there's blue to that. You guys can see that there. Super, super cool. Sorry, guys. I'm being quite careful because I don't want to drop him on top of my laptop. Just super cool. Super, super cool. And it is quite a strong magnet. Snaps right back into place. Like there's no problem. This is the same. This is the other arm now, as you guys clearly can see. And you guys can see there the blue. The blue. So imagine that, but on a lot of his stuff, like on him. You know? Super, super cool. You know, I mean, here on the back of his hand, he has a little... Sorry, my computer keeps going to sleep, so I want to make sure I know what you guys are seeing. He has a little pink... There you guys go. You guys can see that little pink line there. Super, super cool. And then he actually, like, here, like they're kind of like Batman gauntlets here. Down here. You guys can see that. Those three little pink lines. His hand. Now let's see if I can show you guys his hand skin tone here. His fingers. Super, super cool. And sorry guys, it's not focusing. And I can't put anything behind it because I can't use my other hand. But super, super, super cool. Now for the portrait. I guess we'll start with the back here. Just look at that skin tone. And of course it's better in person. So cool. The little pink, the pink thing there. The detail there in the side is just... And then there his thing is, his portrait is. Just look at that. Crazy good, guys. Crazy good. His chin guard. And I actually am a fan of like these little gray things that come out, and then here'll be the top. Super, super cool. Of course, I do have his other portrait, which I will now go grab. It's definitely not as good, but it does. This one does have an open mouth, so you can see his teeth and his tongue. So there's that, and It's incredibly well done. Let's see if, but just look at those teeth and tongue. There's all that texturing is so good. It's just so good. The other ports of him is pretty much exactly the same, and it is a nice thing to have. I mean, I'm definitely glad that I have the exclusive, especially with with such a low edition size, and mine's the 15th made. But like even the top right there has a blue tint to it. You guys are probably never gonna, yeah. You guys can tell that there maybe a tiny bit how you want to have them be displayed. So this is the one that's the furthest out. It also comes with one that's basically the same thing, just closer together, which is what this one is here. He comes with 6 ones that are closed. This is the one that will go on the tallest to make it a little bit shorter. The statue like 1.5 inches or an inch shorter. And then this thing, and this is the one that I was having difficulty explaining. The biggest hook one. So what I normally do is how I normally have, or how I have had it displayed, is these two are the ones that go down here, the bottom. I then take the ones that are these ones, the ones that he's currently has in, those are up on top. And then I have one closed and one of the medium ones down in the middle. So that's basically how I have him displayed. We're gonna swap out his head so you guys can see what he looks like with his different portrait on. I will normally always be displaying him with his regular portrait, but that's not to say that definitely, and it doesn't change the statue too much, but it definitely adds something. It definitely looks different. So overall, guys, this thing is absolutely insane. Such an amazing piece, guys. This statue is absolutely amazing. This is his view from behind. It's just everything I was hoping for in this statue. It really is. It really is something awesome. I'm now gonna switch out the ones so that to how I normally will have him displayed. And these things are going to be real metal too. So there's that one. And there is that one. And that's not in all the way. Okay, so that's basically it, guys. It's just so awesome. I will quickly go over his body one more time because I felt like I kind of did that kind of quickly. I will switch out this head though. No, you know what? I'll show him to you with this head. So much detail. It's just so cool. So I have to avoid that. Tentacle and his hand. It's not exactly a science. Super cool. Just look at that. Oh my god, the camera's doing a great job there picking up that skin tone. Just so cool. Look at that. Oh, the blue in the shoulders. Shoulder pad is picking that up really well. The hand. Other hand. Just, you know, there's nothing wrong with the way that the tentacles are really in there and how they like to sit. I just wish he's as close to a 10 out of 10, guys, that I can give. As close to 100. I normally go with a 100 scale, just because it's the same thing as 10 out of 10. It just has more numbers, I guess. I do not get people that do 5 out of have a 5 scale. There's not enough numbers in there for me. He's definitely in the 90s. I told you I'm not gonna do a perfect score. He's not a perfect statue. The only statue that ever has a chance of being a perfect statue in my book is Lobo, and he has to be absolutely immaculate for me to even consider that. So, will he beat Lobo? I don't know. I would unfortunately doubt it, because Lobo's my grail piece. So, simply amazing. Right now, he's only available through Sideshow. No, sorry, through Prime One Studios website. You might be able to get him through Spec Fiction, but he's not available through Sideshow. But for me, shipping wasn't too bad. I got him standard shipping from China, so that was $254. It was $170, but with the COVID-19 surcharge, it bumped up to $254. Not terrible. The price of the whole thing was for me it was $1,303. Sorry, $1,303 and like 74 cents or something. So yeah, he's expensive. He's the most expensive statue I've bought, or that has come in. Lobo's more expensive, but he's the most expensive statue that I currently have in my collection by not that much, because the New 52 Dark Side was $1,200 and his shipping was like $80, so not by very much. So not by much at all, but he is. Before I go, I will definitely show you guys the light up. There we go. So it's not as bright as I was hoping, and it is going to be a better purple in person. But hopefully the camera can pick it up a little bit more. No, not really. So it's definitely more purple. On camera it's more whitish, but it is definitely more lighter purple in person. But, okay, measurements. So the depth, so the width of him, from basically this, from this. You know what? I actually think we're gonna measure him again, just to make things simpler. We will though switch out the head, because I like that head more. So we will end the video with him wearing his regular head. So one more time, guys, the width. I'm just gonna move him slightly. It does depend also, guys, of course, where you have his things. So his width at the widest point I'm pretty sure it's 17. Oh no. Okay. It's gonna be more like 20. The depth. Whew. Wish me luck on this one here, guys. Okay. So the depth without the tentacle is gonna be about 19 inches. That's playing it safe. It might be more like 18 and a half. It is kind of hard to measure because of where this thing is, but it's gonna be more like 20. I know I keep saying different numbers, guys, but that's because this thing's hard to measure. It's gonna be more like 20. Now, with the tentacles, Last time I checked, it was 32. Okay, so giving it, it's about 32 to 34, 32 to 34 inches. It's just it's just literally impossible to tell. Trying to hook it around there. It's about 34. Again, it's hard to tell because you can switch these up. You can move them. The height is literally impossible to tell because of the way that the tentacles are with him. Again, it is, I know this for a fact, it's basically 30 to his head. After that, it just depends on how you have him displayed. It's 36 to, with how he's displayed right now, it's 36. So to the tippy top of this one, which it also depends on how you have that displayed. If you have open air as his highest, or if you have them, the two of them highest, it's going to be shorter than if you have the one, because the one will go higher than the two, if that makes sense. So it just, I mean, he's a beast, guys. He's really big. And yeah, I know that I suck at measuring things, but that's basically what he is. He's so big that I thought I had several different display things to put him on in my bedroom upstairs. Apparently, he's not going to fit on any. So, yeah. He's either too wide for one and he's too deep for another one. So, yeah, it's fun. Finding a place for this guy is going to be nuts. And finding a place for this guy in my other room at my other house that has 20 other statues in it, including 3 more coming, including the biggest statue I've ever gotten, is going to be a nightmare. But don't tell my sister that. Okay. We're going to wrap this thing up, guys. Oh, I thought there was another QC issue, and it looked like it was just a fleck of something on his leg. I was about to have to point out another QC issue to you guys, but we don't got to do that. One more time, guys. This thing's incredible. I'm trying not to be scared of these tentacles that are flying past me. I didn't look at them, so kudos to me, I guess. I'm sorry for the bright light that's coming down on him. I wish that was a little less severe. Incredible base, incredible paint, incredible detail, great sculpt, great art design, incredibly well done statue by Prime 1 Studios. And what makes me mad is I only have one current Prime 1 Studios statue on order. So they're gonna have to wow me with one. And unfortunately, I don't have the room or space to collect a line. That would be awesome if I did. I do not. Guys, pick this guy up, please. I'm begging you. Go to Prime 1 Studios website. Just search Brainiac. It'll pop up. Get the exclusive if you want. That, of course, comes with the swap out head. If not, you can go ahead and pick up the regular. Something to note, I don't think the regular edition is actually shipping yet. On the sideshows, on Prime 1 Studios website, you go to the Now Shipping tab. It has the exclusive. So they might be shipping it, I don't know. But he is ready to ship also, as far as I know, because he's in that section. So pick him up. I have a feeling that he will go fairly soon because, yeah, he's that awesome. Guys, please like, share, subscribe, do all that good shit. Again, he comes with 24 different heads to the tentacles. He comes with a swap out head. Again, he's not someone that comes with a lot of swap outs. So, I mean, he comes with a ton if you want to consider the amount, but in terms of the variety, and he doesn't come with any swap out arms or anything, whereas the lower I'm getting comes with 4 swap out left hands or arms. So it's in 2 different heads, and Dang and Space Dolphins, and oh my god, that thing's gonna be a nightmare. But amazing piece. Might be my favorite statue. Very easily could be my favorite statue. At some point in the future, I'll be doing a statue countdown where I tell you guys my favorite statues from the worst to the best. I already know the worst ones. The best ones are going to be a little bit trickier, especially the new 52 line, because that line is just crazy. But amazing statue. Until my next video, guys, Skol Vikings, and bye-bye.